WARD dollar sign, nigga. NAYIMED.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Nayim Edwards. Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto 4? If you ever played Grand Theft Auto 4, you remember the first heist in that game where it was that dude who was laying on the floor talking to Luis, talking about how he scored the winning touchdown in high school. He broke his leg in like 5 places, but he won the game and he had a gun. And because he scored that winning touchdown, he was going to take his gun and shoot and kill the robber. So what he did was he did end up shooting and killing the robber, but he ended up getting shot and dying himself. That little situation, because we all heard of somebody who did something back in high school and 30 years later their mind is stuck wherever the best thing ever happened to them. That kind of reminds me of this thing with André 3000. There's a lot of problems with this whole flute album and all of the nonsense he's been talking about lately. The first thing to me is like, it's so ungrateful to disrespect your fans by just not saying nothing, not coming out with no music, not giving them no attention, because this is how you came to us. You came to us as like this most magnificent lyricist and all of this other stuff, even though people talk about him in disregards to Big Boy and try to play like Big Boy wasn't carrying that group. But that's another conversation for another time. Everybody always sang your praises and your fans always was loyal and your fans always loved you, but you've always neglected your fans once you decided you was going to stop doing everything altogether. To me, it ain't nothing wrong with saying I want to play my flute and I want to do me a flute album and I want to do something else, but to be gone for almost 20 years and people sitting around waiting on you and people still putting you in the top conversation, to me, you not in the top for nothing. Because being an artist is not just putting out the music. People are going to tell you that, and that's a lie. They're telling you that to your detriment. There's a lot of other artists who are more consistent, doing more, better interactions with their fans than this guy. Let me tell you something, bro. Nobody's going to sit around and wait on y'all forever. And then when you come back around, it's some BS. Not saying that your little flute thing is bad, but I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to listen to it eventually. But when you pop back up and we know you for rapping and everybody wanted rapping, but you pop back up doing something that's totally off the wall, the only reason they're giving it a chance is because it's you. If somebody else was to do this, they would get laughed out the room. And this is where the bias comes in with people, because they treating you like that person who scored that touchdown in high school and won the game. They riding on that old stuff. You're not the only person like that. All these artists out here that think that we're supposed to sit around and wait for them to do their art. And it's one thing, it's like, oh, I take a year off, I take this off, bro. We're not in the era no more where you can do that. We're not in the era no more where it's just neglect. And it's just so disrespectful to your fans. Lauryn Hill has the same problem. Kendrick Lamar had the same problem. J. Cole had the same problem. All these people thinking that, oh, we supposed to wait. Nicki Minaj, another person who your last body of work came out how long ago? And this is what's supposed to be your job, and this is what people know you for and love you for. Why are we singing the praises? We talk crazy about Drake. We don't like Drake, but Drake gives his fans what they want. As well as, he don't really do other things besides music, but these other artists, Young Boy, all these other artists do what they're supposed to do when it comes to being an artist, because it's not just music. You need to be seen. You need to be heard. People want to hear from you, not catch a glimpse of you in Japan as you're walking around doing something else. Just completely ignoring your fan base is so disgusting to me. And the fact that people are so desperate to hear from you and they want to hear from you, and then you come back with this, and now you're talking about, oh, I'm too old to rap, I'm too this, what you want, what I'm supposed to talk about. There's plenty of older people rapping. Griselda and them still rapping. Killer Mike rapping. Jay-Z and Nas is rapping. A lot of people in your age bracket is rapping just as good as when they came out. And for you to come out like attacking it like I ain't got nothing to talk about because I'm old. I had a colonoscopy. Why don't you just say I have outgrown wanting to rap? What I want to do has changed. What I want to do is completely different. Nobody will have a problem with that. A problem that I have with it though is that you are a part of one of the most successful hip hop duos of all time, and people underestimate the power of being alive and being a legend. You're not the only person that matters when you came into this as a group. There's a whole nother person whose income could be way further along, and not that Big Boy is doing bad because he's not doing bad. His income could be a lot further along if you actually got together with him and was able to go and be like the Beatles, not the Beatles, the Eagles, able to go and be a part of things like the Isley Brothers, one of my favorite groups, Heart. They're on tour right now, still on tour. These people, all these people's in their 70s and all of this stuff. The Rolling Stones, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. People like Andre 3000 is why people think that you can't rap when you get old. How is it that you can't rap about what's going on? Why you not rapping about I don't want to rap no more? Why you can't rap about you want to play your flute? Why you can't rap it about whatever's going on in your life? I'm sure you have been going through things, and life experience has not just been sitting in the house. Even if you were just sitting in the house, there's so many other things to rap about that people never take advantage of rapping about. There's not only 2 or 3 emotions, y'all, 2 or 3 things to go through, y'all. Every day you're getting up and doing something, even if it's monotonous. You're getting up and you're doing something. Why aren't you rapping? I don't want to hear your flute when I came here for raps. And people like you are the reason that people think that you can't start your rap career at 30. And because you act like this, you have conditioned the industry to be like, we don't want to hear no 30-year-old rapper. We don't want to hear Jay-Z rap. We don't want to hear Nas. We don't want to hear Killer Mike. We don't want to hear T.I. We don't want to hear Jeezy. We don't want to hear Gucci. We don't want to hear Wayne. We don't want to hear these people, because people like you that you sit high on the hog because of that touchdown you scored in high school. You diminish and you destroy the culture and the genre by not just being truthful and saying, I don't want to do it. Instead of tearing it down and talking crazy about it and trying to put an age limit and an age cap on things. And everybody just lets it slide because you did that one song with UGK, because you had that one verse over here that was good, because you had that one album that was good. We need to stop thinking that the one thing we do lasts for a lifetime. It doesn't. When it comes to anything that you do, being excellent is a thing that you have. It is, every skill we have is perishable. Everything we do is perishable. You have to continue to do things to stay good at them. It's just like for those of us in the fleet who like firearms, we handle firearms, we work with firearms, we collect them, we use them. Anybody who shoots knows that you can't just, I shot that one good time. You got to keep shooting to stay good, because if you don't shoot for a long time, you're going to stink. If you don't do something and you don't continue to do it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's 100% applicable to these situations. You disrespect your fans by not talking, by not showing up, by not coming out, by not putting out any music, by not doing anything, by not, giving them any type of hope. They just sit around waiting on you. You disrespect Big Boy by not wanting to keep going, not wanting to do these things, making decisions that affect everybody with you and around you. You disrespect yourself by talking about yourself as if there's nothing more that you can do, so let me just go do this, and lying by saying that I'm too old to rap. You disrespect our industry by coming out, putting these narratives out like there should be a cutoff because you old and don't nobody want to hear it. You want to know why don't nobody want to hear it? Because of people like you conditioning us that that's not something we should hear. One, everybody lives a different life and has a different experience. There's a million ways to say, hello, how are you? You can say that in so many different kind of ways. It don't have to be the same every time. But you're pushing this weird narrative, and people just let it slide. And we have to stop that. Just like with Lauryn Hill, you don't get a pass just because you did that one good thing that one time and being a legend. Being a legend don't mean nothing no more. Nobody cares about that. You got to get up every single day and you have to show and prove every single day. You have to earn every single day. But you don't want to do that. And whatever your reason is, that's fine. But don't get out here talking crazy about it. Don't get out here acting like that. And for y'all people who support that kind of stuff, look at what you're doing. Because you know that if this was young boy saying, y'all, I just want to play my guitar and go about my business. That's all I want to do. I don't want to rap no more. Y'all would not listen to it. Y'all would clown him. Y'all are not clowning this man for doing this because y'all are playing favorites. Stop playing favorites. We cannot play favorites with these people. He's disrespecting you and you just taking it. Because I'm not sitting around waiting. Just like Kendrick Lamar, bro. Ain't nobody about to sit around and wait. And then you wonder why, oh yeah, he's good. He's great. But remember what I told y'all a little while ago about people saying somebody's good and people saying somebody's great. They're going to tell you their favorite is this person. This person is the best, but they don't listen to them. They don't care about what they do. They don't show up when they do stuff. Oh, Kendrick Lamar is the best. J. Cole is the best. Andre 3000 the best. And when the last time you listen to their music, you go on their Spotify and look at their own repeat. That's going to tell you who they think the best is. It's this very disingenuous for us to sit back and act like this is all right. It's not okay. It's not okay to act like this. It's not okay to do whatever you want to do. It's not, if you're going to be in it, be in it. And if you're not going to be in it, cool. You don't have to be in it. Nobody's going to force nobody to do nothing. But don't stand in our face pissing on us talking about, oh, it's just a little light drizzle. No, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't think it's anything beneficial in these people getting out here pretending that the behavior of these artists and how they treat their fans is okay. Because whether you realize it or not, you're being mistreated. Plain and simply put.
Nayimedward $, nigga. Nayimedward.